Hey everybody, and welcome to the next episode of Star Wars Battlefront Beta. Now I understand that probably you guys expected to see the Sullust drop zone or the Battle of Hoth footage. Unfortunately, I gotta disappoint you guys because unfortunately my program Gear is being an absolute bitch lately. There are a lot of games where it crashes, and so I have to record this with fraps, and I cannot record both the Sullust battle and the Battle of Hoth with decent frames. Doesn't matter at all if I tweak the graphics or not. Both on low and on high, I get the same exact frame rate when I press the record button. It's really stupid because I get 50 frames per second with all graphics on max, but I guess, you know, I record to an external hard disk, and that kind of, you know, bitches things up. If I do it internally, it shakes, so unfortunately I can't do that. However, I am going to buy a new PC in about 1.5 weeks. I've been telling this before already, but after I get my next paycheck of YouTube, I'm finally going to buy a new PC. I've been saving up money for the last 3 or 4 months, and it is mostly as a preparation for the new Battlefront and for Fallout 4. So very excited about that, and definitely can record things with that, even with fraps. Anyway, this video is though to give my opinion, since I did play the other game modes, and to give you guys more opinion if you guys want to know that. Now, let me first say that last time, of course, in the video, I said that I was afraid, you know, I was worried that the other single-player maps would also be survival modes, and I am afraid to say yes, it is, because if you look in the menu in this beta, it has, I believe, 3 other maps with single-player survival, and it's the same kind of thing. In the actual game, there will be 15 waves instead of 6, what you have here. But yeah, I'm not too sure if I'm too pleased with that. Anyway, now about the 2 other game modes. So, I have some things to say, and I will start with the most important one, the Battle of Hoth, because that's the one that I played recently and is freshest in my memory. So I gotta say that there were some things I liked, and there were some things I definitely did not like. I gave it an absolute honest shot. You know, I'm not like one of those people that already says, oh, it's gonna suck because it's not like the old Battlefront. You know, I gave it an early shot. So let's first talk about the things that I liked. Well, first of all, the graphics and sound, of course, is again top notch. I had multiple times where I ran through the battlefield and, you know, out loud said, holy shit, even though I was not recording, because, you know, something blew up next to me. The impact of the vehicles and stuff is really good. Oh my god. Fuck it. So one of the things that happens in the Battle of Hoth is that the Battlefront, haha, nice pun there, changes every time as the walkers move on, and I wasn't sure if I liked it at first, and I still don't know, but one thing that I definitely like is the second phase where you fight inside the rebel base. Again, as I said before, I think that the shooting in this game is absolutely wonderful, better than the old Battlefronts. People in the comments talked about how they didn't like it because there was no recoil, but I think that the shooting in the old Battlefronts is actually pretty bad. Not impactful at all. This is a lot more impact and more punch to it, in my opinion, and it's pretty difficult actually to do that with lasers or blasters, because they, you know, they just go right through flesh and bone, and doesn't have an impact like an actual bullet does. So it's very difficult to actually make that have impact. But I think that they, oh my god, this is great. But I actually think that they did a great job, and I really love the section where we all fought in the rebel base, both as the Imperials or the... Are you fucking kidding me? Thank you. But both as the Imperials or the Rebels, I had multiple times where we really worked together as a squad. It was close quarter combat. The shooting felt great, made a lot of kills. Had an infantry turret set up at one point. We just defended one accident. All felt so smooth and great. I really, really loved it. Again, I really think that they have a great ingredient here for a single-player, story-driven shooter. It's such a shame that there's no campaign or single-player modes in there. They really have the capable or engine to do that. One of the other things I also like is the battle that commits around the trenches. It's a little bit more open and not as easy to overlook. But it is pretty cool. Comes a lot of tactics with the different power-ups, like the squad, shield, things like that. But that is pretty much where the positive things stop. I did have a lot of fun actually with it, and actually want to play it again after this. I have to admit that. But some of the things that I didn't like too much was, first of all, I don't like in this game how quickly you die. The whole point of a Battlefield game, how it started as, and also Battlefront, is that the tempo is a lot lower. So the battlefields are very open, very wide. You have vehicles moving around everywhere, and as an infantry member, you're just a small pawn in this big battle. And because of that, if you played smart, you can actually last a long time with only one life. But I didn't have the feeling that here. Like, I died so many times, and so quickly too. Especially because everybody gets like a sort of like mini sniper as a power-up. So I died so many times to that, not knowing where it came from. I definitely think that that is something that they should work on. Because in terms of that, the pacing feels like a Call of Duty game, and that's not necessarily what I want. Even though I do like it in a single-player experience, but not in a multiplayer experience. And that is my whole problem with both the drop zone and that Hoth map, is that it's way too infantry focused. Again, as I said, mostly when I play a Battlefield game, and I'm talking about the early Battlefield, so Battlefield 1942, Battlefield Vietnam, that era, or a Battlefront game, I do have to agree that, or admit that I play mostly infantry units. I don't delve into the vehicles as much, but the possibility that, you know, you can just go to an empty vehicle, hop in, and join the battle with that vehicle is great. And I hate the idea of like battle pickups and that I have to go there and then I'm suddenly being teleported into that vehicle. That's I don't know, that's not fun to me. And it just felt way too yeah, infantry focus, especially also the drop zone where there are no vehicles at all, and it takes it back to a Call of Duty-esque feeling. And of course, in the old Battlefront games, you did have like team deathmatch to you know, appease the players who wanted a little bit more of a simple experience. But I don't want something where I have to rush to the other team and just get killed all over again, or get maybe 1 or 2 kills and then immediately get killed afterward. You know, I want to have the opportunity to take a step back, take it easy, but still be useful to my team by flanking or covering. I greatly felt the need during that Battle of Hoth that I wanted the classes back. So I wanted to be like an engineer and repair some of the turrets that we had. You know, I had an infantry turret set up in one of the hallways of the rebel bunker. And slowly but surely, you know, it took damage, and I wanted to repair it, and I couldn't. So I was like, damn it. Another thing I don't like is, I do like the idea of the rebels needing to, what the hell is this? So live? But I do like the idea of them, having to, conquer certain points, and they're rewarded with, like, bomber squads, or certain upgrade. I mean, Battlefield 1943 had that. But I didn't like the way they did it with the walkers, where the bombers basically took away the shield, and then everybody needed to attack the walkers. You know, that takes part of the whole charm of the Battle of Hoth, namely the snow speeders going around the walkers. Oh Jesus! You know, it takes that away, and I kind of didn't like that. Of course, this was already known that you wouldn't be able to do that around the walkers. But still, it felt kind of weird to see sometimes like an X-Wing or a TIE Fighter cross across or fly across the battlefield for a short while, not doing too much. I don't know. I just wanted... I wanted more from it. I wanted more of an old school, not even necessarily Battlefront, but more Battlefield experience. I mean, again, don't forget, Battlefront has its roots in Battlefield. You know, the old ones, Battlefield 1942. It was the thing that I really missed about the drop zone map, namely multiple points that you needed to claim. I mean, they do that here with like uplink stations or pods that you need to claim. But I just want the regular outposts. A reason why that formula really works is that there are battles that focus on different places across the battlefield. And because of that, you still get a lot of action when you go to one of those points, but it's not as chaotic to where you will die in just a few seconds because everybody's there. If you have one point that everybody focuses on, you know, you spawn and you die so quickly. And some of the spawns were terrible. Let me tell you that. During that battle with in the rebel bunker, which I praise so much, I do have to admit that the spawns were horrible. I had multiple times where I spawned, and I spawned literally in front of an Imperial soldier, and he just shot me before I even knew what was happening. I had that too with the Imperial side, where I spawned in the snow, in the open snow, without any cover, and I got shot immediately by a sniper. It was just dumb. I'm trying to think if there's something else that I... want to say about the Battle of Hoth. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's it. So I'm kind of... It's not a total car wreck, I have to admit. But, man, it could have been so much more. I miss the old classic Hoth style maps. And, you know... One of the things, of course, why you might hate the thing with the Y-Wings and the bombing is because, of course, it's not canon to the movie. But we gotta all admit that the Battlefront maps also were not canon because you had, like, all those Wookiees and Botham Spies or whatever they were running across the battlefield. But, oops. I fucked that up. But it didn't really matter because it was just Battlefront, you know? It was just fun and arcadey, and it still gave you that absolute feeling of experiencing the battle of the movies. I just wish they took more chances, you know. I'm really scared how big this this game will be when it's released. I'm really scared that people will be done with it so quickly. Yeah, thank you for playing. So that's that. I'm gonna quickly talk about the drop zone one. So I already did my talk there, but my big issue there is that it's too infantry focused. I don't like it. The map is small, everybody rushes in, but I feel that it's more fun or more useful to actually just get some kills. And I just miss the feeling of having a whole battlefield. And what I don't mean the Battlefield game, but you know, the reason why that franchise is called Battlefield is because you are part in this big battle, you know, that place on the battlefield. You have air vehicles, ground vehicles, infantry, turrets, you know, you name it, all participating. And in the drop zone, that's just not the case, and it's just, you know, very disappointing. I mean, even in this single player mode, I realize now as I'm talking that, you know, on the others there will also be survival modes, and chances are that I will never actually get to drive or commandeer a vehicle in here, which is actually something that could have been very cool. Of course, I don't know because they're going to add 15 waves there. So, and they said that you're going to actually encounter every enemy. So there might be even an AT-AT at the end. So we might actually be able to fly like an X-Wing or something. But, yeah, man, I don't know. It's, I'm really scared for this game. I'm going to mostly focus on, in the November days, on 2 games. It's going to be Battlefront. Of course, there's not going to be modding, but I'm just going to play it. because I do love the fact that we have a new Star Wars game, and I want to check out the other maps. Because, like, again, as I said, it's not a total car wreck. Even though I have some criticisms, it's not as bad. It's not like some people say, like, I hate it, I will never play it. I'll play it, and I'll have fun too. But it's just, oh man, I wish they took some more risks. I wish they really did. But yeah, so, oh yeah, no, but the games that I'm going to focus is Battlefront, and it's going to be, of course, Fallout 4, and I think that that's a great deal because, again, this game might be very short in terms of its lifespan. Of course, probably will get DLC packs, and if you ask me, they're probably going to do the Clone Wars or something like that in the DLC, or probably it's going to be, of course, based on a new movie, and they will have DLC packs tied in with that. Probably how the strategy is going to be is first parts of the new movie, and then at the end of the year it's like, you've all been asking for the Clone Wars, we finally have, like, granted you your wish, and everybody's like, yeah, Clone Wars, you know, and it's like, take my money, which is kind of a scandalous thing from EA, but whatever. But yeah, I think Fallout 4 will definitely balance things out with this game that's going to be probably very small in scale. Whereas, of course, Fallout 4 is, I think they said it's like 300 hours long if you do everything, which is just fucking ridiculous. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm playing it on my new PC. So anyway, guys, that was a long video. Sorry that I could not give you the footage of the new Hoth and Solace, but I think if you're a Battlefront fan or did you play it yourself, you know how it kind of is, and it was more important for me to kind of get my opinion out there. I'm very curious to what you guys think. Again, I hope you guys give this an actual chance. So not saying like, oh, I hate everything about it without, you know, just because of spite. You know, I hope you guys give it an honest chance, and I hope that there are things in here that did amuse you or that you found good in some other way. Anyway, guys, that was it. I'm getting the burps here from my Dr. Pepper. And I will see you guys next time.